welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and I do a twin flame read every day. The energies in all relationships, including the twin flames relationship, the energy is always changing. So there's always something new to discover. Time is an illusion, so if you're drawn to one of my videos, regardless of when it was posted or recorded, have faith and trust that there's a message in that video for you. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment or like the video, and feel free to subscribe and share. This is going to be video number 71 or something like that, and I still feel like I'm a beginner reader here. So if you have any suggestions or comments, I do appreciate the discussion. Thank you very much. Let's get going. Spirits, please give us your highest and best messages for the twin flame journey today. Thank you. Page of Cups in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles. So feels like divine feminine. It feels like divine feminine has taken on too much responsibility and has been feeling overworked and overburdened. However, divine feminine, you are doing an amazing job of taking care of things. You're very successful at whatever it is you're doing. Working with the gifts that you have within yourself. You took on a big undertaking and you weren't sure if you were going to be able to do it, because it's a big deal. It's a lot of work. But you're finding and you're hearing and you're getting confirmation from people around you, from yourself, from synchronicities, from your inner voice. You're getting confirmation that you are doing the right thing. You are at least on the right track, and imperfect action is better than perfect procrastination. So good for you for just doing it. Just get out there and do it and practice, and eventually you'll be more comfortable. It's just like me, just like what I said with these. I'm on video number 71 or whatever, and I still feel like a beginner. There's still so much to learn, but you know what? I'm miles ahead of where I was like 3 months ago. So it's that kind of energy that I'm getting here, that something new that you've taken on is you're manifesting something really wonderful for yourself, and you're doing really, really well at it. You're going to be financially successful at this as well. You are getting lots, like I said, lots of positive feedback. Don't disregard that feedback. It is very important to listen, because you are somebody who doesn't take compliments very well. So it's important that you hear these things over and over and over from a lot of different sources, so that you continue, so that you persevere, because If you don't, you're going to regret it. You're going to wish that you had just stuck with it. So do yourself a favor and stick with whatever it is you are working on right now. Justice. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Pressed emotions. Temperance in reverse. Imbalance. Temperance in reverse. Imbalance, excess. And the Page of Wands in reverse. So while your career seems to be, or your spirit seems to be feeling pretty good, Divine Feminine, your home life is kind of neither here nor there. Like, you could stay or you could go, and either doesn't really affect you that much. There is an imbalance at home, in the relationships at home. The energy is imbalanced. I feel like whoever you're living with is it's hard to live with. They might have some sort of mental health issue. I'm thinking maybe bipolar or borderline personality disorder, something like that. I hate you, don't leave me, that whole thing. I feel like that's going on in your home. And I feel like that's the next thing that you're going to need to address in your life in order to get things feeling right within your spirit, within yourself. You're in a toxic situation, and I feel like it's time to move on, and your angels and your spirits, your ancestors, they all support you. You are connected to the 5D. You are a really smart, I'm going to say lady, but not all Divine Feminines are women, but you're a really smart person, and you have your head screwed on properly. You have been through a lot with this person you're living with. But because you realize that it's a mental illness, it's not like this person brought this upon themselves. It's not like they do stuff on purpose. They have an actual mental illness, and that's why you could either stay or go, because you do take care of that person in some ways, but in other ways, staying there is not taking care of yourself, and it would give you a certain amount of freedom if you did leave. So let's see, let's get a little more information around your home and that kind of thing, the energy at home. So the Knight of Wands, I feel like it's masculine energy, like a male that is not well. The Five of Wands in reverse, conflict avoidance. Five of Cups in reverse, moving on, acceptance, forgiveness. And the Empress, femininity, beauty, nature, abundance, fertility, nurturing, merit. Yeah, okay, so you have been nurturing this person. This is somebody that you do love. This is somebody that you've worked really hard to get to where you are with this person, with this masculine energy, but feels like he hasn't wanted the help that you're giving. That doesn't mean that you should stop. That just means that this mental illness is bad enough that this person doesn't realize that he needs help. And he doesn't realize how much you do for him, which is, again, why it's partially why it's toxic, partially why you're thinking about leaving. You are a very nurturing person. You have really been taking care of him, but it feels like you're ready to move on with no ill will towards him. It's like you've almost just exhausted yourself. You have nothing left to give. You're kind of like just over it. And it's actually making you, helping you to be more clear on where you want to go with this. Again, go with your gut. Always what feels right in your gut. I understand caring for somebody that you love and being afraid that if you leave, they might do something really terrible to themselves. But unfortunately, we can't control other people. And if someone's going to hurt themselves, they're going to hurt themselves, whether you're there or not. So I wouldn't take that on if I were you. That's not your burden to live with. You are not this person's mother or father, and this person is not 12 years old. This is a full-grown adult we're talking about, who has a life and a job and is in a relationship, all that stuff. This person can take care of himself. And it's not like you haven't tried. I would never suggest you to leave somebody blowing in the wind, but honestly, how many times can you try with somebody before it's ruining your life? And you need to break away from that energy. I suppose if you can find a way to break away energetically and still be there for him, that's great. Like, just because you leave doesn't mean you can't be in this person's life, right? You could be friends. You care enough about this person that they're kind of like family. And the fives here, fives represent an initial struggle on a new path. So moving forward is going to be tough on you, but it's a challenge that will allow for further growth. Sometimes you need to shake things up. Sometimes you need to break old habits. You pass through the fire to be made stronger. And the number 5 represents the throat chakra, which is communication. So your angel spirits, they recognize that you're a great communicator. So be sure to let this person know what's going on before you walk out the door. Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse. This is codependency. Another 5, some more challenges. This is your love cards, relationship. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse, lack of progress in planning, short-term focus. The Queen of Cups, like I said, codependency. The 5 of Pentacles, temporary hardship, isolation, insecurity, worry, poverty, guard against loss. And the 8 of Swords in reverse, open to new perspectives and release. So I feel like you're not in communication with your twin flame. I feel like you are maybe part of the reason that you can't leave this, that you're having trouble leaving this situation, is that you are codependent. You rely on this person for something. I think you rely on them financially, and you're afraid to move on your own, out on your own, because you're afraid that you will not be able to succeed. You're afraid that you won't be able to pay the bills. But that goes back again to this project that you're working on, that you're practicing and trying to get better at, because it will be successful if you keep working on it and be consistent. It's this, your Ace of Pentacles. So this undertaking, this venture of yours that you are learning and practicing, it's something that you love. And when we do what we love, they say the money will follow. So I wouldn't worry too much about your finances. I feel like you're going to be just fine when you're, even if you were to go on your own. I don't feel like you're going to end up living on the streets. You're capable of doing anything and anything you want. But you need to practice, and you need to be consistent in this hobby, this new venture. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Disregard for consequences. Scattered thought. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like going forward, like pretty quick here, you're going to be meeting coming into union with your twin flame. Your divine masculine is showing up here as the Knight of Cups. He is your knight in shining armor. I feel like once you come up and meet him, as long as you are honest with him and show up as yourself. The Judgment card, they're not wearing any clothes. It's a feeling of vulnerability, a feeling of being who you are and not being ashamed or afraid of who you are, and being confident in who you are. What does a flag represent? Flags. Banners and flags represent the announcement and arrival of something non-material. I think it's your twin flame. I think he's coming. The 10 of Cups is harmony, marriage, happiness, alignment, committed and contented love, marriage, happy home, and happy life. He's on his way. And he's coming swiftly. I feel like maybe in the next 10 days or so, you're going to at least hear from him. Maybe not come into union necessarily, but I feel like you're going to hear from him. And he's going to be giving you messages of love. He's going to be very enthusiastic. He is a lovely free spirit. And he's going to be coming with determination. he's going to recognize you right away. You'll recognize each other right away, and it's just going to be amazing right from the start, right from hello. The Seven of Swords in reverse, mental challenges breaking free, and the Hermit. Soul searching, introspection, being alone, inner guidance, withdrawal for contemplation, inner wisdom. So by breaking free of this toxic living situation that you're in, Divine Feminine, I feel like when you get rid of the old, you make room for the new. And so by being okay with being on your own, by being okay with the one income, if you're truly, truly, truly okay being on your own, and I think that that is what's going to draw your twin flame to you, because you are figuring out, you're learning what it is that you want in life and what it is that you don't want and what you will and won't tolerate. You're developing boundaries, and your Divine Masculine appreciates that, because he has also been working on developing boundaries. And it just feels like you two are just going to meld together seamlessly, and it's just going to be very effortless. It's just going to be so easy when you meet him. It's just, you will recognize it, because you've been in this toxic stuff for so long. You're going to recognize when you've met, I'm going to call him your match, when you've met your twin, because the energy that you're going to feel is just unlike anything that you've ever felt before. It's very exciting. So I've been drawn to pull a Wisdom of Trees Oracle card for you. Something to think about through the day. Okay. The Eastern Cottonwood. The Eastern Cottonwood is a wisdom card and represents connection. It's your twin flame. It's talking about your twin flame. Okay, I have great wisdom. The rustling of my leaves means that I am in continual communication with the Supreme Being. Let me show how to become as one with the world around you, so that everyone can benefit from your blessing. The Eastern Cottonwood has powerful associations with several Native American tribes. It is sacred to the Sioux, who believe that its almost perpetually rustling leaves are in constant prayer to the Great Spirit. Oh, that's beautiful. The tribe also conducts its annual Sundance, Wewanyag Wichipi, which sends blessings to all beings and all things around a young cottonwood tree. Cottonwood leaves are used to treat inflammation and to relieve pain, and the steam from a decoction of the bark, stems, and leaves can cure snake bites. There is no division between you and all the other beings in the world, whether you consider them to be living creatures or inert things. Learn to connect with them, to appreciate and understand them, and to honor them. So I feel like, well, I pulled this in reverse, but I put it upright. But the inverse pull of this card, a sensation of being isolated, alienated, and disconnected from your surroundings is leading to heartache and loneliness. Remember that you are an essential part of the world and that we are all connected at an energetic level. So I think that this is just saying that while you feel like you're going to be alone if you leave this toxic situation, it is in your best interest to recognize that we're never really alone. We're all connected. We're all connected at an energetic level. And you are as important as the trees and the stars and the sun. You have just as much right to be here. You are special. You are a divine being. In my protection prayer, I say, I am love. Love is everything. I am everything. If I am love, that means you are love. And therefore, we are connected. I don't even know you, but I believe that. Energetically, we're connected. So while you're, I wouldn't say waiting for your twin flame, because we're not really waiting, right? Life goes on. So in this time period where you're feeling lonely and maybe you made a mistake by leaving this person, and maybe you're having a little bit of financial difficulty, I wouldn't fret too much about that. You are going to be okay. You are going to make it through. And I hope that you remember this card, and I hope that you remember that we are all connected and that no one is ever really, truly alone. It's all in your perspective. It's all in how you look at stuff. So if you're able to clear your mind of these negative thoughts and, the obsessive, oh, I made a mistake, I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. You did what was right within your spirit. It felt right. It's in alignment with what you want in life. Don't second guess yourself. Don't ever second guess yourself. You did the right thing. And it's going to be a little bit tough. You're going to have, some rough thoughts, some loneliness, some fear of loss. You're going to feel the loss, right? I mean, any relationship that you leave is like a death. If you can manage to stay friends with this person, that's fantastic. Maybe by you leaving, they'll be triggered into actually getting the help that you had wanted them to get all along. In which case, that doesn't mean you have to go back to them. It's good, great. Something that you did made them go get help. Whether that was you leaving or whatever, it doesn't matter. Something you did made them go get help, triggered them into getting help for themselves. And that's really important. And do not forget that you are loved and you are in connection with all of us, with everybody, and all the spirits in the trees and all the energy in the world. You are connected. You're part of it. And you're an important part of it. So please don't forget that. And I hope that this helps you on some level. And thank you so much for listening, and keep breathing. Take care, you guys. Namaste.